Hey, how's everyone doing? So we're back to the Oz Mechanics podcast, Rice and Beans, episode number
5.
s-
Oh, nope, 7.
7.
You had 5 in my head after you kept saying 5. Sorry, I said that so
I
confidently
know
too.
before we started, I was just like,
7.
I was like, what episode are we on? And you
You
kept on
messed
saying,
me up.
yeah, you're like,
Sorry, it's
siete,
Oz's fault.
seis. Yeah.
It's 7.
Uh,
7, 7, 7.
wow. And
7,
everyone caught that.
7, 7.
All right. So,
Let's see if anybody catches that reference, but okay.
but explain,
Well, if you are watching this episode, we appreciate it because that means you made it to our new YouTube channel on Oz Mechanics Podcasts, Rice and Beans.
Uh, and I thought this was going to be a little bit different.
So explain the plan of how we started podcasting on Oz Mechanics.
Well, once I hit 100,000 subscribers, we're just kind of thinking about stuff. And, we talked about doing the podcast. And in that process of, doing this, we're like, oh, well, let's go ahead and, make a podcast. And we're thinking about where would we put this podcast? Would it just be at Spotify? Would we put it on YouTube? What channel? And I was just like with a smart, bright idea. And I was like, we have 100,000 subscribers that love the channel. How about we just put it?
Seemed like the best choice right there.
I thought
Yeah.
this was my plan in my head.
We were trying to give the subscribers something special, not just your typical technical videos.
No, for sure. Like I got to the point where we're like, okay, we're just gonna mix it up just a tiny bit, and add some little spice to it, and talk to different technicians and different people in the automotive field, and just kind of build this thing up. And my main plan was to actually, start off on this channel, 100,000 subscribers, get some viewership, get some people excited and happy, and then I was going to be like, all right, later on, we're going to push it to the other channel. And what happened?
Yeah, we had some people from the get-go that weren't too happy with the podcast.
Holy smokes. I was like, what just happened? And I'm trying to look at it both ways. I'm trying to look at it, on their
They came to be educated with technical
Yes,
videos.
yes. And I'm trying to look at it both ways. It took me a while to build this channel. This channel, I think my first video was like 10 years ago. And then we really started ramping it up in 2016. And so if we do the math, we're 8 years into this channel.
Yeah.
And I understand the customers or the subscribers, concern. I understand that, we're for 8 years, let's just say 8 years, they were watching a technical video on how to repair vehicles.
Yeah.
But I was trying to go in with the the new thing. I know podcast is like blowing up right now, so I was just like, let's just do this, and it was a negative response.
Yeah, I think what a lot of people don't realize is the work that gets put into each YouTube video. And podcast was kind of just a little break away from your typical YouTube video just because it is easier to put out a podcast rather than a technical video. Like, I don't think some people realize how much goes into each video you put. Now, at the end of the day, I don't know if everybody knows this, but Oz is a one man shop. So when he comes home from work, if he's at work and he sees a good video, he films and then comes home and then tells me I need to start transferring these videos and start getting them ready to like set up and start taking this hour video and start breaking it to like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, how much we can take off the video. And that takes him right there like a whole night. So that already takes away from us, from me and my son, from my son hanging out with his dad. So that already is already one day out. And then he usually has to do another night because then he starts editing all the small pieces. And then, so that's now 2 nights just to get one video out. So I mean, we were hoping that podcasting would just be a little easier, something simple to film.
And especially something that I like to do. I like to talk. You
Yes.
know, I don't mind starting a conversation, talking to people, this and that. And then talking about that too. Remember beforehand, before, you know, uh, editing like 2 to 3 nights, I used to go on Sundays.
Mhm.
I would literally, so I would work Monday through Saturday. And this is before we had Lethal, right?
It was right after we had Lethal. He
Okay,
was still
right.
little.
Okay, he was still a little baby. So we're trying to build a company, Oz Mechanics, at my shop. So I would work Monday through Saturday, and we're talking about between 10 hours to X amount of hours per day. And I didn't have no time to edit. So at that time, I would go on Sunday, wake up early in the morning, and then I would find this place is like a little pub, and it was a real calm pub. I would sit in the back, charger hooked up, and I'm editing from what 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and I would get home around 6, 7 o'clock. At that point, Linda was like, "Nope, Sundays are gonna be."
Yeah.
She was like, "Nope, this is not gonna happen anymore. Sundays are gonna be our days," and snip the red in the butt. And it makes sense because that imagine working 6 days a week, and once I get home, I am exhausted, and I get to the point where I just I don't have that energy to do anything else. And then Sunday comes up where that's my only day off, and I'm editing a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So
that.
yeah, our plan was to make this podcast so Oz can feel like I mean, he wasn't taking away from his technical videos when we posted these podcast videos. He was producing the same amount of technical videos. We were still pushing 2 a month, the same that we have always been doing, but just adding some podcast videos along with it.
And on top of that, what we did, we actually not just putting 2 videos a month, technical videos plus a podcast. Then Linda was pushing out
Short,
shorts. She was pushing out shorts. So she was putting out shorts on TikTok,
Instagram,
Instagram,
Facebook.
Facebook, all that good stuff. So we're pushing it pretty hard. And then out of nowhere, Linda's looking at my analytics and she's like, "Why? What's going on?"
Yeah.
And I was just like, "I'm not sure." And we're blinded. I don't think
Can't possibly be
yeah,
us.
it possibly can be us. We're putting good material out there. We're putting
I mean, we had some pretty good guests on our
well, no,
podcast.
I'm just saying in general,
No,
like,
I'm just saying, like, you would have think that would have
yeah, our channel would have gone
been
up.
great for our channel, having the humble mechanic, having Scanner Dan, or having, some really good people on our podcast.
Yeah. So the thing is, even the technical videos, I was noticing that they were having a good retention time. I was like, man, we're killing it right now at 100,000 subscribers. So yeah, that I'm not gonna lie, I was a little sad that we had to move it abruptly.
So yeah, we noticed that in the 4 months that we've had our podcast up, that's when Oz Mechanics YouTube started taking a little hit.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was gaining advice from a lot of friends and family.
Which a lot of people that are YouTubers told you not to do it. But our plan was to always create another channel. It's not like it altered our plans, but it did make us move it a lot sooner than we had wanted to.
Yeah, trust me.
But this was always the plan.
Yeah, plan was we're gonna make this we're gonna start the podcast, build an audience, and then move them to the new channel, not make a podcast, piss everyone off, and then move them to the other channel. And I felt like that's how it was. And I told Linda we have to. The wound was bleeding, and we had to stop that. And that's why I got to that point where I was doing that. And like I said, I spoke to other people, others, friends of mine that are in the YouTube game, and they said, "Screw it, just keep it on. Don't worry about it." I just felt like something that I was building was dying, and I didn't want that. I really do enjoy this. Uh, like I said, I enjoy YouTube. So um, I just didn't want to let it go like that. But yeah, I'm not saying oh she's gone now. No, we're gonna be
No, still here.
yeah, no, I'm gonna be producing a lot of content. But we are still gonna be doing the podcast. That's one thing that I do enjoy. We try to make some time for it.
And we still have some good guest speakers that we plan on
Oh,
having guests on our podcast that we plan on bringing on. So
oh no, for sure. I'm I'm hoping right now it's still up in the air, but I'm hoping that we can get some of these speakers for sure. The ones that already agreed to it or said heck yeah, they want to do it is going to be David Pike from Motor City Mechanic, Mario
so
Rojas from Super Mario Diagnostics, Eric O from South Main Auto. I think I forget. I think DeFazio said yes. Uh, I'm not
um,
sure. I gotta verify that.
yeah, not sure.
Don't count me in on that. But Eric from Advanced Level Auto 2.
That was in play.
Um, and I have a list of people that I'm really trying to get. I just don't know yet if it's gonna happen. I'm hoping for it, crossing my fingers.
So we won't say nothing yet. Just keep y'all in suspense.
Yeah, I won't say nothing yet, but one of the people I'm gonna kind of not say the name, Elmer. Uh, we're trying to see if we can get him on
We'll
there.
see. I
Yeah,
know.
we're trying to see. I think that would be pretty fun if we can get him on here. And you know, my projection for this podcast or my direction that I really wanted to do this was to um, have automotive people, YouTube people, business people, different stuff, man. But I don't know. The first two videos were just me and Linda messing around. I think that's where kind of a lot of people were getting mad when we first had the first two videos because they're like, "Oh, this is not the side of Oz that we know. Y'all are just goofing around." But to be quite honest, this is me.
That is him.
No, this is me.
I know somebody commented on our new video. Well, it's not the new video, but the first episode. They're like, I forgot how unhinged Oz was in the first episode.
No, if you know me from training and going to these events, I'm a wild card. So I'm just out there having a good time, and just enjoying life. That's it. And
He
the
just has a lot of energy.
the first video, that's me. That's pretty much me. I'll tell you this on the when I'm making technical videos, I am focused. I'm lasered in to what I'm trying to fix up. And I just feel like if I get off the rail, I'm gonna be like that, squirrel, that kind or I forgot what it was on Ice Age. I'm like that. So I have to be hyper focused. And I don't take medication or nothing to be hyper focused. I just have to be hyper focused when I'm diagnosing. And that's why you see me as just a monotone kind of person. Now when I'm here just messing around talking is that's when I'm just more loose and having a good time, and I really enjoyed that. So the first two episodes that we had, they were fun. I enjoyed them, but we had a negative response.
Well,
So
I want to continue doing videos like that because it shows who we are. And the people that actually know us appreciated those videos because they actually got to see like that side of you on video.
yeah, and I really enjoyed that. It was really
I
fun.
want this podcast to be fun and not so like, I mean, the goal is to give people an insight on business and how it is running a business, how it is running a YouTube channel all by yourself, you know. Um but that's the goal, but I still want to show the fun side. Like I still want to show that we can still have fun even though we're here running a business and running a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then after that, I think once we first made the two videos, I was like, holy smokes. Now we're man, we hit the jugular. It's not going well, and that's when we got Paul. And Paul was dude, he's amazing. Superstar. Got on their I think third episode.
Yes.
Yeah, third episode.
Which we
And
plan on having him back again.
yes, for sure. He is a Man, he's an awesome person. Yeah.
Him and his wife would definitely have another plan of them being on our video, our podcast again.
Yeah, that was the person I spoke to when this was all going down. And
Yeah.
yeah, and he gave me good insight and all that, and just said keep on trucking. And that's what we're doing. We would love to get more support on the channel. We want to get
If you guys have any
ideas.
suggestions, what do you guys want to see on the podcast? What do you guys want to talk about? If you are a business owner, I know somebody commented on one of your videos that it was actually the podcast was refreshing for him because he also runs his own shop and he just felt like it was just nice hearing people that go through the same thing. So, if you guys have any suggestions on things you want to talk about as far as like maybe you're running your own business or you're looking to run your own business, if you have any like if you want us to talk about anything, we want to hear suggestions. Like even if you have somebody you want to hear from, drop it in the comments. Give us ideas on who you want to hear, what you want to hear. So,
And another thing is, so comment down below. Let us know. Our main thing is when we have a guest, I want to know what what approach do you like. Uh, what we've been doing is just trying to get to know the person and ask them personal questions and really get into it. Like Tommy's last podcast, man, it was actually one of my favorite ones. It was a really good one. He got
yeah.
really personal, talking about mental health and all that, and what he went through, and about our, we're both Hispanic, and we're talking about our fathers and how machismo they are, and this and that. And it really got deep, man. And I just want to know if that's something that y'all want to hear more, or do you just want to hear about the certain, the certain person and the area that he's working in. Try to let us know, because the main thing is that I notice if we try to make too long of a video, like an hour and 30 minutes, or 2 hours, and that's something that we're capable of doing. We can talk our butts off,
Mm,
but that's the thing. I want to make sure that we can make it to a point where everyone's going to enjoy it, and we're thinking about breaking the videos up to 3 sections, and I don't know about that. I just want to put one sucker out, listen to it, and enjoy it.
yeah.
And the other concern was people were saying that, well, we can't have YouTube on, because if we have YouTube on, the screen's on. Remember, we have a Spotify channel.
Yes, I upload all our videos and podcasts on Spotify for people who don't like that they have to keep their YouTube channel or YouTube application up the whole time.
What else do we have it on? We have little clips that go on
Yeah, we have
TikTok.
clips on like TikTok, Instagram, and all that.
Yeah. But like I said, this is going to be, we're learning from here. I don't
I mean,
know.
this is our first time podcasting, guys, and it's something we've always wanted to do together. We've talked about it for how long? How long have we been wanting to do this now? Like over a year now?
Years. I
But like when we got serious about wanting to do it, like we started talking about what our podcast would be about. It was like I would say like the beginning of last year when we kind of started talking about it,
Yeah.
putting it into existence.
And then finally we went from what, these mics, uh our phones were our cameras, and all that stuff. And now,
We have a whole setup.
we have this whole setup. It's kind of crazy. But this is amazing. This is cool. I don't want to change anything. And we're gonna keep it going. But yeah, I'm really hoping that our subscribers keep on growing from this. I'm hoping that we get some input, and all that good stuff. Hopefully, the more subscribers we get, the more subscribers and the more guests that we get, we're gonna start, pushing it pretty hard.
Yeah.
And I told Linda, I know this is, I'm trying to reach for the skies right here, but like I want to get to the point where, I would love to interview like Jay Leno, those kind of people, um, Mike Brewer, because that's kind of what I grew up with, those automotive guys, watching those channels and stuff, Chip Foose and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Those those were pretty cool. But right now, the ones I'm interviewing are technicians I know for these training events, and teachers and so on, friends of mine, and we're gonna hopefully try to get this trend up and build this channel to see where it can get us to.
Yeah. And not just necessarily automotive people. I would like to see other people on here as well.
And who would you want to invite?
I mean, we have a lot of friends that also run businesses and stuff that I would love to hear from.
Oh, well, expanding. Yeah, we're not just automotive. We're talking to different business owners.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to have a open mind, and sometimes as well. I told Linda we're talking about this, and she's like, "Oh, I just want to do an episode with me and you, and let's just not do nothing but guests." And I want y'all to think. I want you to let us know what y'all think. Just me and Linda episode. She likes it. I like it too. We're
I
trying to.
love our guests,
Yeah, you love
but
our guests, but
every once in a while, I don't mind just having banter between me and you.
just talking about how the week went, how our day went, and how our month is going.
The struggles with the business. Oh, we didn't even talk about the struggles we went through this past couple weeks with the business.
We'll give you a little quick synopsis. So I've been at my location for 9 years, and the landlord was like, "Hey, we're gonna raise it up 60%," and she's like, and I
Sign a
was
contract
sign a
and
contract or whatsoever, and I was just like, "Holy smokes!" So we talked about it, went back, and
got out.
I asked her, "Hey, would you negotiate? There's another location that is, cheaper," and she's like, "Nope." And I think she was bluffing because after that she told me that she had someone that she was going to get there, but then she said, "Oh, they never showed up." Now she has like a family member that goes there, but remember, don't mix business with family. So
Yeah. And mind you, we had to move everything out when we literally were going on a cruise that weekend. So we had to like hurry up and get our stuff out and
well,
move it out
well, she told me that on a Wednesday we had my shop cleared out
that
on
weekend.
on a
It was a
weekend.
Saturday. That
Yeah,
Saturday.
that Saturday we had a U-Haul, got a couple of my friends and family, and we moved everything out. We were out of there. I'm the type of person that I don't like messing around.
Yeah.
As soon as you say something, all right, cool. I know 9 years into it, and I was a great tenant, and they told me that too. But end of the day, they just wanted more moolah, and they thought they were gonna just
So now we're at a nice new location, has AC,
oh yes.
especially with this Houston heat. It's very nice.
The shop that I was at, I never had AC.
Yeah.
And those,
You've never had AC since since you've worked automotive.
I think my first shop, I had AC in the
An
office.
office, but this one has AC in the shop.
Yeah. So my first location, AC in the office. Second location for 9 years, no AC. Maybe like less than a
In the
year.
office
Yeah,
only.
in the office. Well, I had it for like less than a year, and
Yeah.
then after that,
It went out and never had
never
AC.
went out. It went out, and the landlord never did
Fixed it.
anything. Yeah. And then now they gave me this other location, which is cheaper, and I still fit the same amount of vehicles in there, and it has AC in the office and the shop.
Yeah.
It was a no brainer.
So it was meant to be.
But the thing is, at that moment too, it was a lot of pressure. Uh, I was, dude, I was not having a good time.
Which goes along our topics of one of the many prices we have to pay of being business owners.
Yeah, I was stressing the f out, dude. I
Yeah,
was.
that was a stressful time. I tried to minimize how stressful that was, but it was a lot.
It was stressful because that was going on, still had customers, and then
Trying to deal with customers while you're moving.
and then the YouTube thing was going on. That's when we're like, what the heck are we doing? And I was just like, I felt like a chicken with my head cut off at that moment.
Yeah.
I did not know what was going on. I felt like I was just that I wasn't doing stuff right, and just I don't know. My dad always taught me just do your best and be the best at it. And if I felt like I was slipping, I just felt like I wasn't being productive. And at that point, I just kind of put my head down for a little bit. But you gotta go through it and get to the other side. And that's what we ended up doing. And it was
But now the location we're at, like it's a lot nicer than the area we were at before. And it's even motivating us to potentially maybe seek something else out.
Yeah. So that's another thing. Now that we moved to this new location and we've actually been crazy busy,
Yeah.
stupid busy. As soon as we got in there, it was just like customers and everything. And I actually work for remotely to program modules, and that has been going nuts. And it's just been crazy. Like right now, it's 11 o'clock at night, and we're doing our podcast.
Yep.
Son of a biscuit.
But
But yeah, well, we could talk more about that if y'all want to know more about that. I'm looking forward to one thing. We're going to SEMA in like 3 weeks.
yeah, coming up.
Yeah, SEMA's coming up. I can't wait for that. That's going to be really exciting. The friends that we know, can't wait to see y'all. We're just at ASTA. That was amazing too. And I just can't wait for these events that are coming up. Those are the ones that, make everything happy. And then we have a trip to Canada.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have a trip to Canada, and that's going to actually be vacation.
Yes.
Everyone tells me that we always go on vacation, and I say it's training and everything, but still it's fun. You have to clear your mind here and there once in a while when you are working 6 days a week and
Mhm.
editing and doing all that kind of stuff. But there you go. That's our big story that we have. I really hope that we can see more of our subscribers from our YouTube channel go to this channel, or even just some new people that we have never seen. I'll
Drop some
be
comments, say hi. We'd love to comment with you guys as well.
Yeah, for sure. Before we end this off, this is gonna be really crazy. One of the subscribers told me, this is what he tells me. He's like, Oz, if you want to make your YouTube channel better, I think you should make at least 2 videos a week.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Do you want me to get divorced? Do you want me to lose my child? What do you want? I was just like, bro. All right. Well, y'all take care. Y'all have a nice day. Hopefully, we can see you in the next video. Y'all take care. Goodbye.